my dang lug nut covers off on that traverse side steer tires. First time I've ever done that here. I've done it on some other scales that are tight, but my angle to dangle, I must have just been barely off. Skyscraper right there, y'all. That's what you call it. Call a skyscraper pulling a tanker. That damn thing's 14 foot tall. Let's call in.
You've had that a long time to lose it now.
Yeah, 3 generations.
Yep, I heard that.
I don't know. I'm waiting for the better price on it. See what I can do. I just don't see how I can buy it and make money.
Yeah, I know how that goes, see. Price everything anymore.
Yeah, they should give me a family discount.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But I could tell Barbara I can't blame her. Hell, she's probably pushing 80 by now. Having that surgery, I really can't blame her for getting rid of it. It just puts me in a pickle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. 806 driver. Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, July 16th. Y'all believe that the month of July is already halfway over with? On my GPS, it just reset or something. It's like it's updating, getting that update. So yeah, it's hard to believe the month of July is almost over already. So we're getting loaded here in Woodward, Oklahoma, and we will be heading to Dalhart, Texas with this load this morning. Thought I'd get in here and say hello. It's been a week since our last video, and I mean to tell you, last week was Katie barred the doors. We were covered up all last week. Did a lot of field loads right there around the house. This week it's kind of started off a little slow. I'll say that we hauled 5 loads yesterday, and we got 10 to take from here over to Dalhart. Dalhart's kind of a weird place because they won't let you unload but from 7:30 to 4 o'clock, and it's hard. It's 3 hours over there, 3 hours back, so 180 miles, and it's pretty hard to make it back over there to unload any. You can get there like at 5:30 if everything works out right, and then you sit there for 14 hours waiting to unload. And so hopefully we can get some more loads going back to the house, and we can actually do these Dalhart loads on the first round in the morning, and then catch a load, come back over here, reload, and go back to the house in the evening. So that kind of hoping it all works out that way, and it should work out that way. Everybody's busy enough, we should catch some loads. Matter of fact, Uncle Adam already has a load going back home this afternoon, so I went ahead and gave him that one. And he don't really I'm the one that usually stays out when only one truck's got to stay out. I'm always the one that bites the bullet and stays out most of the time. So every now and then Uncle Adam will get something for me or whatever if I need to get around and go do something. So kind of works out that way. But man, we are in the dog days of summer. It has been, whew, it was 108 yesterday. I think we're supposed to be right in that same area today, and then finally going to get a cool off tomorrow. And we hadn't had any measurable rain in probably 2 weeks, but they're calling for some pretty good chances of rain starting Thursday through like Monday or Tuesday of next week. So hopefully this cotton cotton's starting to stress a little bit. It needs some rain on it. It looks good, but it's starting to, that 100 degree, 105 degree heat we've had for the last week and a half is starting to work on it pretty good. So it needs a drink, and hopefully we'll get that and get some cooler temperatures. Yeah, so we need some rain and get away from this heat. It has been a mess. What's going on in our world right now? Just doing this side dressing still. Like I said in the last video, we didn't end up losing that work that I thought we did. But on the flip side of that, that company does not have no product. So come this August, September, we're not really gonna have those loads to haul. So still kind of kicking around, getting a step deck, maybe going move some cotton. I really was looking forward to maybe going down to Paris, Texas and helping my buddy Ross down there, but their transportation manager or whatever sent out the email to Packet to haul that cotton, and the rates are just, they're not where they need to be. If it was just me and my truck and my authority, I could probably go do it. But having to give up the percentage to Ronnie for running under his authority, once I give him the 20% that I pay him every week off all my loads, that rate just really, it won't work out. I'll be going backward. I'll just be breaking even. If I blow out a tire or whatever, have a problem, it wouldn't be worth it. I think I can hook onto our walking floor next month and go move some feed or move some cottonseed or whatever to some dairies or something, and be just as well off and be around the home base area, our region area, instead of going all the way down to the valley. When I say valley, that's far South Texas, RGV, and bringing that cotton back up. So I would really like to do it. That's something I think it would be fun to go do that. It would be different. Of course, I'm always up for something different, you know, just to break the monotony and break the format a little bit. Well, they say throw the format out the window and go do something different. So that's kind of got old boy emailed me this morning. He's got a tractor he needs moved from up around Perryton, Texas over to Freona. Big old versatile 800, late 70s, early 80 model. So he's supposed to be getting me some measurements on that. So that's something we might be doing here in the next few days or so. So we'll see how that goes. We might have another low boy video, but we're getting close to being loaded here. Got about 67,000 pounds. Got about 17,000 pounds to go. We're gonna take her to 84. So we're gonna finish up getting loaded here. We're gonna run down the road down here to the truck stop and get some diesel, and I'll get back with you guys in a moment. Let's get her loaded. Get our hard hat back on. Look official here.
Rolling down the upper road with my Peterbilt gleaming bright. Raised in the Texas Panhandle, this agriculture trucker's life. Big wheels turning, kicking up dust in the hot sun. Badass truck driver, ain't nobody gonna outrun. Living life on the edge, ain't no slowing down. Big ol' Peterbilt roaring through the night. King of the highway, ain't nobody gonna steal my spotlight. Big ol' Peterbilt, rolling strong and true. Badass truck driver, this is what I was born to do. Crossing state lines, hauling cattle through the land. Feeling the power of my truck beneath these callous hands. Through the storms and the heat, I keep on pushing through.
Wilbur Ellis, Alhart, Texas. We're over here and kick her off, y'all. We're gonna kick her off. Still pretty nice. 10:45 a.m. and 84 degrees. So this time yesterday we were already over 100 something. Kind of up north in the Panhandle today, or we are up north in the Panhandle, about as north as you can get, and that might make a little difference on the temperature too. Hopefully gonna get some rain. I did get a load called in to get back home on, so that's good. That is good. Roll on the scales here. The thing cool about this place is you use their pump to offload you. I don't have to run my PTO and all that good stuff. So that's pretty nice. Pickup's green, ain't it? Pretty green, pretty green. Yeah, let's get in here. Hey, we got a crop duster out there. We might get some crop duster video going on here. Checked in. Let's go back here behind the dry barn up against the railhead. Get the offloading before he gets done. He's coming around the barn right there. You might be able to see him on the video. Bad about these action cameras. Their zoom capabilities ain't so great. A little wet up here. Looks like they've still been getting a little bit of rain. There he is. He's going up, banking right there in front of us right now. Gotta go through this little tight spot right here. Get hooked up, see what we can see. All right, let y'all kind of sit right there, see what's going on. We're gonna hook up to our field pot spot here. Hook up our hose. I always like to take as much of the curve out of it as I can. To make it unload a little better. Open up. Get her open. Bleed it into this tank here, get the air out of the system, out of the line. Start the pump. There she goes. 50 pounds of pressure. And we are unloading just like that. Nothing to it but to do it. Walk around these rail cars here. Let's see if we can catch that spray plane. Oh, ag cat. Air track. Probably got done. Oh, he's over there. He's out there still. See if we can catch him coming back around. There he comes. Going down low over here to the, I'd say pretty well dead center screen. Here he is coming back up. Got it zoomed in here, so it's kind of shaky. No, that's a job I always wanted to have when I was younger. I should have pursued it. Should have pursued it. But here we are, just a big old truck driver. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna do some paperwork. A little bit of Snapchatting. Don't follow me on Snapchat. Just look up 806 driver. Add me back. I'll try to add you back. See which way he's going now. He's still lining up over there. He's coming back on another pass. All right, let's get some paperwork done. All right, so we got our paperwork done. Kind of like our suspension's dropping on the back, so that means we're almost done. I was going to show y'all something though. The grasshoppers, locusts, whatever you want to call them, I call them grasshoppers. They have been absolutely horrible this year, y'all. Horrible. It helped go ahead and drop the camera. They have actually literally been horrible. How about them West Texas boys? Yeah, there goes the suspension going up and down. That means we're getting close. Need to jump on top right quick and open up our hatch. Make sure we get good and empty. Use the rail car as my prop there. And my tripod. Oh yeah, we're getting close, we're getting close. So, Yeah, I think I'm in the camera view here, so. Yeah, guys, it's been a kind of a strange year. Looks like our valve's kind of open here a little bit. Going into our tank there. Seen it bubbling. Yeah, it's been a strange year on the fertilizer for sure. I mean, usually we are just absolutely blowing and going. And this year, I mean, we have weeks like last week where we're just running around chickens with their head, like chickens with their heads cut off, and then the next week, heck, we can't find nothing to do. So I think I mentioned something about the old Versatile 800 tractor we got to move. Maybe if the guy accepts the rate I quoted him. Almost there. That's all she wrote. So we'll use our air from the truck to blow out the system here. Stop button. Move y'all around here. Yeah, we'll use our air from the truck. Blow out the system. Open up our purge valve there. Open our air here. Walk the line out. Close the line here. Come back over here. Close our air off and bleed it. Always make sure you hit that bleeder. I'm gonna pop that hose off and hit you in your noggin. Right there. Put her cap back on. Close her bleeder. Close her bottom valve. Back over here, make sure everything always double check. Closed. And close our little valve here. And we are ready to pay y'all 3 hours back to Woodward. We're gonna get something to eat on the way, probably at Stratford here in a minute. Brenda's Kitchen, Stratford, Texas. Now my buddy, he works right over here at Duncan Chevrolet, old Frank Wilson. Says it's a pretty good place. So we got us a burger and fries. I was gonna pull up right in here. I seen this sign. Somebody done took it out. Done took it out, and if you look on the other end over there, you might be able to see it. I got my hands full, so I can't zoom, but there's another one of those signs over there. So we just got up against the curve out here. Make the block and get the heck out of here. Check out this burger we get in the truck here. Buttered buns. What the fries are like. Man, not bad. Thin patty, pretty thin patty, but it looks like real beef, so that'll work for me. I don't care for them real thick patties. We're gonna chow her down. We gotta get on to Woodward and get her loaded, y'all.
Say if you're just relaxing, you may only get 4 loads in for the week, maybe 5 loads in for the week or something. I don't know, whatever it is. I don't know. You might get 5 loads in for a week. If you optimize your time, man, you might get from 5 to 6 loads.
Y'all know who that is? Y'all know who that is? We sitting here listening to our buddy, Mr. Wildbeard. So Looks like we got a crowd over here for round 2. Not as bad as I've seen it before. We're not back around the curve and in the trees, but we are definitely over here. Definitely over here. Got 2, 4, 6 on number 7 outside. We got 12 inside, so 18 trucks. Divide that by 3. You got 6 per lane, 20 minutes apiece. That means we'll be here about an hour and 20 minutes if everything works all right. So our arrival time here is 2:43 p.m. So we should be out of here 4:15, something like that. Everything works out all right. If there's get too many DEF trucks in here, the diesel exhaust fluid trucks, they take about 35, 40 minutes to load versus our 20 minutes. So. Another one just rolling up here beside me. So yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. I think the longest I've ever sat at this place, and now I think I know it was about this time last year. And we had 2 lanes open. We were wrapped around to the entrance out there, which I've seen 1,000 times. I've recorded coming into this place. I sat here for 9 hours one time. That's the longest I've ever sat. Now, the average when it gets busy is 3 or 4 hours when it's really busy. And I've had a lot of 6-hour adventures here too, so. But, it's just part of it. Hurry up and wait. Like the Army. So, speaking of the Army, and speaking of snipers, I guess we can go ahead and address the elephant in the room. But, before we do, I gotta walk up to this porta potty and relieve myself. So, I'll talk about it here in a minute. That didn't take long. Alright, so y'all know I don't ever get political on here, but we're gonna do it for just a minute, just a touch. Not really, because I'm not big on politics. Yeah, I do pay attention to it and I listen to it, but I'm gonna tell you what my thinking on politics are. They're all crooks, every one of them. Or not necessarily crooks. They all have an agenda, whether they're right, they're left, they're red, they're blue, they're up, they're down, whatever. They all have their own agendas going in. So, you know, to me, it all starts at local government. You know, who gets a contract to build a new school building? Well, you know, you do a little $20,000 kickback under the table, I'll make sure you get the bid. You know, that kind of stuff. And it just gets bigger. The higher you go up in politics, the bigger them kickbacks come, the bigger the projects, whatever. And I mean, how do you think a senator that makes $150,000, $200,000 a year net worth is $4 million, $6 million, $8 million, $10 million after a 4-year term of service, you know, and when their net worth going in was $150,000. So, I mean, that right there should tell you everything you know. So, that's my thoughts on politics. Now, the shooting last weekend, the assassination attempt, a lot of people said staged, left and right, and I really think it was staged. I think it was staged, and not necessarily the part of the shooter being staged, but the reaction to the shooter was staged or delayed, whatever. There's a lot of videos out, man. So they knew that dude was on top of that roof 30 minutes before he took a shot. That's freaking crazy. So anyway, so couldn't really talk about anything today without talking about that, because that's what's running the news cycle right now. So pretty wild. So all I can say is November's coming. Whether you vote left or right, just get out and vote, and hope for the best. That's all we can do. You know, all I really care about is my kids' futures, my grandkids' futures, and being able to grow up in the America I grew up in, and my parents grew up in, and my grandparents grew up in, and being able to have jobs, being able to support their families as they get older and grow, and being able to have some of the freedoms, or all of the freedoms that we've always had, thanks to our men and women in service who go overseas and fight these nonsense wars we've been fighting forever, where all our tax dollars are being thrown away to. You know, it's all because our men and women have died for us that we got what we got. So enough on that. We won't talk about it no more. We're a trucking channel, so we talk about trucking, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about trucking. We made it to the front of the call-in line here now. I got the camera on time-lapse here. I'm going to let it time-lapse through, but got this feller to the left of me here, and this old curb sniffer. He calls in next, and I call in after him. And we'll go inside, and then we'll be 3 deep in a line, so we're about halfway there, halfway loaded. It is 3:33 now. What I say earlier when we got here is 2:48, so we've been here about an hour, close to an hour. So I got work on a little video of a cool cab over, which y'all, I probably threw in the video here before already. So got a cool cab over Pete, pulling a cow trailer while I go over by Guymon, Oklahoma. One of my buddy Tony Lemon's friends, and they were, I say cow trailer, they're pulling a hog trailer is what it was, hauling hogs. But we're gonna get in here, we're gonna get lined up and get in here. Looks like I might be able to call in already.
Driver on the run, getting the job done under the Texas sun. Hey, Baylor dropped off in for Hancock Town. Outlaw trucking, never slowing down. Midnight in the Panhandle, the mission's clear. We'll make it there, no need to fear. Outlaw trucking at its finest. We're on the move. No obstacle can hold us back. We got something.
Well, I had a first today. Knocked all my dang lug nut covers off on that traverse side steer tire. First time I've ever done that here. I've done it on some other scales that are tight, but my angle to dangle, I must have just been barely off. Thought it, I been hauling out of here for, I guess I started hauling out here in about 2014, so about 10 years. Never done that. There's the first time for everything. Don't know that song? Anyway, it's hot. Let's get her loaded. Get on down the road. Good thing I got a whole box of them back at home in the garage. Alright, so if I remember right, I think I said about 2 hours. And that's, if I said 2:48, I didn't go back on the video to look, but if I said 2:48, it is 4:51 right now, so right at 2 hours.
Ray, you gonna take that one up tonight, or you gonna look tomorrow?
they usually don't let us unload after 4:30.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked. I got there Friday night. They're still unloading the train about 6 o'clock. They went ahead and unloaded me. Shocked me.
That's good. This one, actually, I loaded this one for a little coal up there at home. I'm gonna take it down. I'll be back up here early to grab one to go back over there in the morning.
Alright, bud. We'll see you up there then. Be safe.
Be careful, darling. Need anything, holler at me, bud.
I done got my nap. I appreciate it though.
Damn Lord. Might get a little western up there tonight too, the way they're talking. Keep your eye on the sky.
Yeah, that's all we need to have that swimming pool. I just dried up out there.
It's blowing up to the south of us, looks like.
Yeah, they're supposed to. Tonight tomorrow, tonight both.
Yes, sir. Be careful, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Everybody else starts side dressing pretty quick, probably.
Oh yeah, yeah, bound to happen sooner or later. So anyway, well, try to stay cool.
We going to. It's going to cool off tomorrow, they say. So I'll be careful. Old Garland back there. It's supposed to get a little western over there in y'all's part of the world tonight. Be careful going back.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll see if we can't dodge it or hang out or whatever. I guess we'll ride it out either way. But you be careful tonight, go wherever you're going.
Damn, we're going to head to the house. I'll be over in your part of the world in the morning sometime. Be safe, buddy.
Shit, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, sounds good. We'll catch you later.
I hear a little CB talk there. Buddy's in there. Alright, let's get down to the house. Yeah, those thunder boomers are building up already. Almost to Shattuck, Oklahoma here, headed home. I think we're going to punch through them before we really get anything. That one over there is already getting after it. These right here are just building. About to go underneath them. Got our own time lapse here on the day, so might be able to see them. Might get a cool little video of them building a little bit. Texas. We're here at the house. Let's go over here and kick this one off. Almost 8 o'clock. Giving me heck the other day for saying 11 p.m. when it's 11 a.m. We're going to fly in here, unload her, and we're going to go to the house. Get up in the morning and do it all over again. Might get to run through some more rain in the morning. Y'all seen on that time lapse there, we ran through a pretty good shower. I hope the time lapse come out good. Got to see a bunch of them thunderheads building around. Still 101 here at 8 o'clock at night. Go figure. Go around them holes in the street right there. Makes its way down here. We can sure use a drink here at the house. We gotta use our pump here. We weren't lucky like we was at the other place earlier today. Let's get out here and get her started. We'll finish this video out. trying to figure out here. I have to go to the yard. I have to go to the yard and find a piece of key stop. I'm glad that happened while we were here, not somewhere else. Alright, let's see if that works. I found a little piece of metal laying on the ground. Improvise here. Sometimes you gotta improvise. So what I used, I found a piece of grate. There was a piece of that grate. There's a piece of that grate sticking up. And I got my plier, I got my vice grips out and broke that piece off. About the same size of a cotter key, not a cotter key, but a key for that yoke, that shaft. So shoved it in there, see if that gets done, get us out of a bind anyway. Get to the yard. I have to go in there and see if I can find an actual good piece of key stop to put in there. What's going on, huh? That picture looks funny. Picture looks real funny for some reason. It's like my face is all got some kind of smoothing going on. Let's see what's going on here in these settings. Some skin smoothing or something. I don't see nothing there. I'm gonna have to go through the settings on the camera here and see what's going on. That does look funny though. Maybe it's just me. Do my paperwork here, we'll get back at y'all. Alright, let's go check her out. Still working. Over halfway unloaded. Make sure our hydraulic cooling fan's working. Big old Peterbilt's. 2 flatbedders. I think that one, I know that one going north. Think of his name, that Green Pete. Left the windows down on that one. Looks like it's going to rain. Might be somebody here still though. I'm gonna walk over here and turn in our paperwork. Now guys, I used to work at this place when I was in high school. And a year, and I worked here for about a year after high school. Oh man, check out that little Freightliner right there. Little Chill or Bautista. That's a cool little Freightliner. You don't see many FLDs look like that. That's kind of a mint green, mint color. But yeah, I used to work down here. And before I joined the Army, I worked here for about a year. I went and worked at a prison down the road here for about, I don't know, I did it for about 3 months. Right after I graduated high school, I went to the Prison Guard Academy. And I worked at the prison for about 6 months down here. And then Didn't care for it. Too young for it's what the problem was. And I came back out here and I worked here. Actually, this building wasn't here back then. This was just a big open area. It's actually another barn here. There's no gym on the backside. And our offices and stuff were right up there against the highways. There used to be three or four grain silos there. And then you could still see the base where the silos were over there. And we had a wheat cleaning building there. And back over there on the other side of the street, there was a big anhydrous tank. We had some box cars back there where we used to store the wheat. This dry fertilizer bin was always here. It was just, back then it was made out of wood though. It wasn't all concrete like it is now. We did have a concrete slab there. Matter of fact, the very first time I ever lost a fingernail, smashed a fingernail, was right here on this pad. And I was changing the tire on the front of had an old case front end loader. There wasn't no such thing as I don't think there was no such thing as a skid steer back in 1991, 92, but I was changing that tire on that front end loader, and the hydraulics had leaked off real quick, and I had my finger between the rim and the hub, and it caught my finger between the rim and the hub. So I was having to yell across the street to the guys to come, somebody to pick it up so I could get my finger out. That was quite the experience. So we used to sit over here when we kind of caught up, didn't have nothing to do. We'd sit in that old gym building, that big open door right there. We'd hit golf balls over here into that open gym yard where we turned around in to come in here. So a lot of good experiences right here. Old Uncle Adam, he worked here for many years, and so yeah, I mean had a good time. Ronnie Wilson owned it back then. It's actually called, now a big company owns it, Equity Exchange. They're a bigger company around here in the Panhandle, especially northern Panhandle up there. But back then it was just an independent, and it was called Hall County Farm Supply. So that's kind of where we come from. So I'm gonna go here and see if it's got manual windows in it. We'll roll up the windows for them. Yeah, it got the manual windows in it. Roll the windows up because it's probably going to rain. We sure need it. We sure do need it. Help our buddy Izzy out here. So yeah, you know, and at one time, if I remember right, there used to be 4 cotton gins here. You had this one right here. Of course, you had the Memphis gin over there. Back over here in the corner, I can't remember what that gin was called, but my grandpa, he used to be the gin manager at that one. And I almost want to say there used to be one right here too. Or maybe it, I don't know. That was before my time when there was that many here. So yeah, but it used to be a big time deal. Now the only gin they have here is the Memphis Farmers Gin, and it's a smaller gin. It's a good gin, smaller gin. Got some buddies work there. We used to haul out of it when we worked over at B&B. Y'all go back in my archives on the videos from about 4.5 years ago. You'll see some videos of that. No, La Flama Blanca, hauling some seed and cotton bales out of there. So I'm sorry if the wind is kind of blowing, so I'm sorry if the wind's kind of jacking with us here. But yeah, it sounded like my suspension's going up and down, so we're almost done. So I hope y'all enjoyed the ride today. Heck, we didn't really have a whole lot to talk about. We're just out here trying to stay busy, trying to stay cool. Let's hope the good weather comes in, and got a load going to Fort Morgan here sometime pretty quick. Whenever I can get over there and get it, we get freed up around here. And maybe that tractor load I was talking about. So I imagine we'll be seeing y'all again here in a few days. Y'all know what time it is. Keep the shiny side up, the hammer down, and we'll see y'all on the next.